krockfootball.com.au. Time to continue the coaches catch-up. We've headed out to Anakie to coach. I've really stuffed one up. It's about the third. All right. Yep. krockfootball.com.au. The coaches catch-up continues. We're out at Anakie catching up with their coach, Phil Gavin. Phil, thanks for joining us. As per usual, very quiet at Anakie. We rarely hear anything in the media. You don't beat the drum too loud about what you've been doing. Can you tell us what you've been doing?
Oh, look, we'd probably like to keep it that way, Tom, to be honest. We try and go about our business in a quiet sort of manner. We've, as you've probably heard on the grapevine, we've lost a couple. We've picked up probably 4 or 5 as compensation for that, and really looking to continue the improvement from last year. And when we say improvement, I think we improved the fact that we played a lot of younger blokes last year. A lot of younger kids. I think we had 4 18-year-olds played every game just about. So that's where we see the future, and that's what we're trying to do at the moment. So, yeah.
You did mention those departures. Obviously, Steve Rickett and Jamie Pittman are the two, and of course somebody at the GDFL has a sense of theatre by drawing you against North Geelong in round 1. Yeah,
look, obviously it's disappointing to lose blokes that have been around the club for as long as what they have, and great blokes, and we wish them all the best. But they haven't done us any favours by giving us the reigning premiers first up. But that's you got to play them some stage. So yeah.
Additions though, let's look at the positive side. Could you give us some names and what we can look out for come round 1?
Yeah, we picked up. We thought at the end of last year we needed to sort of boost the on-ball division, and that's probably where we were sort of looking, given the fact that we thought we had most of the key positions covered. So we've sort of gone back and picked up a couple of guys. Daniel Gledhill from South Yarra, Daniel Berg's come back from Karaya, big-bodied on-ballers, which was what we thought we needed with our younger group. Nathan Kenyon's come across from Inverleigh. Paul Ridout and Josh Saldani from Newcombe have come across as well, and there's still a couple more in the wings, but we're sort of just waiting to see what pans out there. So yeah.
What's pre-season been like? Have your numbers been? Obviously, that when we do hear about Anakie, it's usually that you're struggling to scrape a couple of sides together, but we haven't heard that this year, so I'm suggesting numbers are pretty good.
It's been the last couple of years. The numbers have been fairly consistent. Most of the senior group's been able to find it on the track most weeks, and we've been going since November. Guys are pretty fit. We had a hit out against Wyndham Vale on the weekend, which went pretty well, and the guys played a good brand of footy, which is what we're looking to do. We're sort of as ready as we can be, I suppose, Tom. Yeah.
8 wins last year, and you were right in it till the final round. The finals berth was still on the line. Can you be seduced by that a little bit, that you're so close and that you only need a few to top up? Obviously, AFL clubs have seen that, obviously a finals berth, and then haven't gone and really worked hard enough in the off-season. But I'm guessing you're guarding against that.
Yeah, look, I think the club has been pretty consistent over the last 3 or 4 years. The last 3 years, I think we sort of had 8, 9 and 8, I think, somewhere around there the last 3 years. So we've been very consistent. What we're trying to do is just make sure we've got the base right, and that's the difficult part. You can be seduced, as you're saying, to going out and trying to pay some money and go and get the guys you need. But we're trying to set up for the long haul, and we sat down with the club when I sort of took over and said, let's try and blood the younger guys through. So if we need to take a year or 2 more to do it, well, that's what we're prepared to do. So, yeah.
Obviously, juniors are always a struggle, small town and the like. How are you going putting junior sides together for this year?
Yeah, well, last year we had 2 under-16s and 1 under-18, which is really great effort for the club, as I said, in a town this size. We've got under-16s and under-18s again. And I think you'll find our under-16 Division 1, or our first side was the best performed in the GDFL last year. So, we're very proud of what the boys did, and the guys that put that all together done a really good job, and we'd hope to see the benefit of that in the next year or 2 or 3 or whatever the case may be. So, yeah.
We mentioned North Geelong round 1, but your first month also includes Werribee Centrals, Belmont and Geelong West. So you've got a mixture of, the Premier, a finalist, one on the edge, and then the wooden spooner.
Yeah, look, just going on last year, Tom, there's no easy games. And I think, the GDFL of 3 or 4 years ago, there were some easy games. There's none at the moment, and that's great for the competition. I'm sure the whole competition is benefiting from that, and they're getting better players into the competition. Look, we'll just take it. I know it's an old cliche, but we can only take it 1 week at a time, because we fell over last year, when we thought we were half a chance of making finals, as you said, by maybe looking 1 or 2 games further down the track than what we should have. So there's no easy games. So it'll be just 1 week at a time. Yeah.
You talk about youngsters, and you said you got plenty of game time into a lot of 18-year-olds. Who should we keep an eye out for? What's some young names that are going to make their mark on the GDFL in 2014?
Yeah, we had Dale Peters played 17 games last year, I think. Mitch Gavin played 18. Jaden Ettridge played 17. And those last two boys were, believe it or not, were probably our equal goal kickers. Playing in their first year of senior footy. So they played some really good footy. And we've got probably another group of 19, 20 and 21-year-olds as well. So we're very young. I think the average age was just under 22 years of age last year. So it was a very young group. So we're hoping those sort of kids can develop and get a bit stronger and bigger. When you play against 26, 27-year-old men, it's quite an effort for an 18-year-old kid to be running around. But they acquitted themselves well, and they're starting to grow and get bigger and stronger, and we hope that they can play some good footy for us. So.
You mentioned the practice match against Wyndham Vale. Any others lined up between now and season kicking off on April 5?
Not at this stage. We've had one that's fallen through on us, so we've been doing a lot of inter-club stuff, so we'll just continue along those lines. I think if we can find a four-quarter game with someone, through the week, we'd probably take it, but at this stage, we'll probably just continue on what we're doing at the moment, so, yeah.
And I'll give you a free hit here, Phil. Obviously, your rooms, I've come out here. I've been bailed up by a couple of people wanting to let me know that your rooms are, and in your own words, are probably the lowest standard of any in the region. And you really are pushing governments, and especially, I suppose, in a state election year, that you'd like to see some funding for an upgrade out here.
Oh, look, to be honest, Tom, I've been with this football club since I was about 13 years of age, and the rooms haven't changed. And look, we're desperately in need of an upgrade, and to see the other facilities of some of the clubs around, and it's fantastic for them to get those upgrades. But we think it's long overdue for Anakie to get an upgrade of the rooms, the whole facilities. There's no facilities for the females, netballers. The showers are third rate, not second rate. It's just not the standard we should have in a 2014 competition. So we were hoping that hopefully the government will be listening, watching, learning, and then maybe put some money out this way. It'd be fantastic. So
maybe we can feed this video onto those in powerful positions. Nice. Phil, we should
hold that sort of power though, Tom. But anyway, I hope you do.
No, I don't, unfortunately, but I can only ask. Phil, thanks for talking to us. Best of luck for 2014, your second year in charge, and a couple more wins, and you might just sneak a final spot. Good luck.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate your time.
Phil Gavin joining us here. Coaches Catch Up, carrockfootball.com.au.